What's going on, new gamers? Here we are back with some more Outriders, and today I have found an absolute beast of a hidden gem. Now, I would never have found this without the emergency stance fix. Obviously, none of us really needed to, but for the pyromancer, I am telling you hands down, this will be on almost all of my builds. Probably the best in slot for a mod. It gives you damage, it makes sure to keep you alive, it is just absolutely amazing. So if you want to see what I think is very possibly the new best in slot for the pyro, then stay tuned, that's coming up next. Welcome back, all you guys and girls. As always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, and of course a lot more Outriders along the way, then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon. I'll bring you a lot of hints, tips, guides, and just fun gameplay. So if that interests you, subscribe today and become part of the Sofa Squad. But for today, we're here to find out what mod slot is really good on the pyro. Now, for myself, I have been falling over an absolute abundance since the emergency stance fix, and I needed something to kind of give me a little bit of duration, a little bit of survivability, and I have definitely found that. I honestly wish I'd been putting this on before I knew about the emergency stance bug, because then I would never have used that and I think I'd have faster clear times, and this is just a much better mod in itself for the pyro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck on a little bit of footage of myself with that mod on, just to show you how crazy viable it is in CT15s.
Two hours later.
Right, so as you could see, I wasn't really trying. I wasn't trying to go through the map. If you think it's a slow clear time, yes it is. I wasn't trying in the slightest. I was just showing you the durability of your character when it's got that mod on. Now, I find a few other mods work in conjunction with it very well, and I'll go over that in a minute. But as you could see, the only reason I died right at the end was because I was showing you how to die. And the reason you'll die more than anything is if you're out in the open and don't have anything on fire. If you're not able to set things afire, you will fall over every single time. Now, what I've tried to do is to make sure with the build I'm as survivable as possible and can take a nice snipe to the eye just in case I am out in the middle of nowhere, and also I'll make sure that I'm in constant combat. But the mod I'm talking about is none other than this one right here. So the mod I'm talking about is this one right here. It's a defensive mod and it is Dying Firebreath. It's on the tier 2 category, so if you needed to actually buy it, you'd click on here, go to mod your gear, and it'll be on tier 2 list. It's just a little bit down, right down there. And it is a Dying Firebreath. Now obviously I've got it on this one, so I can't show you. So I'll chuck it on this just to make sure. Just to show you exactly where to pick it up. But yep, right at the end, just there. Dying Firebreath. Whenever your health drops below 30%, burn is inflicted on enemies within a 10-meter radius with a 5-second cooldown. Now, with the right skill tree, with the right setup, they are on fire for longer than that, meaning that you're going to get constant regen. Your health will constantly be regenerating, then you'll have that chance to be able to proc this again within 5 seconds. As you saw from my footage, I wasn't even playing. Every once in a while I was using my kind of heat waves just to proc a little bit of extra fire, but even without that, for 30 seconds I stood without doing anything before I tested that run, and I stayed alive. So it is so crazy viable. For the earlier tiers, I would say you are nigh on unkillable. For the late tiers, if you're playing, I would say you're probably still unkillable with the right setup. Honestly, this is absolutely amazing. It is absolutely ridiculously good. The burn damage from this is so fun. If you're using an Acari set with the pyromancer, this is second to none. Best in slot, even better than emergency stance, I would say, in some builds. One thing that really goes well with it, if I can find it, is this one just here, damage absorber. Increase your armor by 52,659 and resistance by 10%. It means you get a bit of resist about yourself, which is really nice, and you've got an initial armor. Basically, I like having armor from the offset. It means you don't have to do anything. It means that anything after that is going to be a bonus. But sometimes when you've got to get armor on kill or from another source, it can be a bit of a pain. If you wanted more damage, this one is also absolutely amazing. Rejuvenation. Receive 14,158 firepower, 7,005 anomaly power, and 40,957 armor bonus for 8 seconds whenever your health is replenished. Which, when you're wearing that other one, just down here, dying firebreath, that is 100% uptime. Meaning that you'll have that 8 out of the 10 seconds, because you've got that 2 seconds in between. You are almost constantly going to have that anomaly power, constant have that firepower, and almost constant have that armor. Honestly, that dying fire breath is definitely the new best in slot for the pyro. I've been trying an abundance of builds. Make sure you chuck it on and give it a whirl. Another thing I'd say, if you can, obviously choose whatever skill tree you enjoy, choose whatever playstyle you're going for. But if you can pick up some of these. So for myself, I found this really helped. Just up here, just down here, and just up here. Any of the burn ones, anything that you can chuck on, that will give you a bit of duration to the burn, a bit of extra damage, and this one obviously gives you a little bit of extra armor, meaning you've got more mitigation. The firestorm path definitely looks like the way forward with this one, but I think you'll be able to make it work in a lot of playstyles as long as you're actually playing. So for myself, I think that is Dying Fire Breath is definitely the new best in slot for the pyro, and I think it's one of the kind of hidden gems that most of us, probably a lot of you do know. I didn't know, but for a lot of us, if you were using emergency stance, you probably didn't try some of these like myself. I would definitely say chuck it on, you won't regret it. As always, guys and girls, I hope that's helped. If it has, then why not hit that like button, that will really help us out, and hit that subscribe and bell icon if you'd like to become part of the Sofa Squad. But as always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, take care, I'll see you all next day.